All right. Now, use the information provided to write the standard form equation of each. Number 5, x squared, y squared. Same coefficients. Got to be a what? Circle. X squared plus 22x plus, what's half of 22? 11. 11 squared, 121. Plus y squared minus 14y, half of 14. Plus 7 squared, 49. Equals negative 113 plus 121 plus 49. X plus 11 squared plus y minus 7 squared equals 57, correct? Boom. Good. Number 6, negative 4x squared plus y squared plus 64x minus 8y minus 304 equals 0. We got 2 squared, but one's positive and one's negative. What do we have for ourselves? Hyperbola. Good. All right, the y squared is positive. So y squared minus 8y plus 16 minus 4x squared minus 16x plus 64. Everybody good with that because we're skipping steps. The negative 4 is the coefficient of x squared. When I pull that out of the 64, I'm going to have a negative 16x. Half of 16 is 8. 8 squared is 64. Equals 304 plus 16 minus 256. So 304 comes from the negative 304. The 16 comes from the y. The 256 comes from negative 4 times 64. Because it's negative. I'm adding on both sides. It's on opposite sides. So it's a negative 4 times a positive 64. It's a negative 256. Good? The only reason I'm so confident is going to come out to a perfect square. Otherwise, I would question myself as well. Because I'm trying to do it all in my head. All right. Y minus 4 squared minus 4, x minus 8 squared equals, I believe, 64. Divide both sides by what? 64. I'm going to be left with y minus 4 squared over 64 minus x minus 8 squared over 16 equals 1. Seem good? Four x squared plus y squared plus 12y equals 0. I got 2 squared with different coefficients. That means I must have an ellipse. Everybody good with that? Because I just have to add the 36 to the y squared since there's no x. And just an x squared. 4x squared plus y plus 6 squared equals 36. Divide both sides by what? 36. Good. I got x squared plus y plus 6 squared over 36. X squared over 9 equals 1. And we've done a circle, hyperbola, ellipse. That leaves us with what? Parabola. Start with my x squared, since that's squared, so negative 3x squared plus 54x. You can, if you want, put everything else on the other side right away. Negative y plus 242. If that's easier for you. I'm then going to pull out the negative 3. That's going to give me x squared minus 18x plus 81. Equals negative y plus 242 minus 243. All good? This becomes negative 3 times x minus 9 squared equals negative y minus 1. You can either do this in 2 steps or 1 step. Negative 3x minus 9 squared equals the negative of y plus 1. And then just so you know, when you have a parabola, whatever your coefficient is, that moves over there, all right, as the inverse. The inverse of 3 would be 1/3. So this becomes x minus 9 squared equals 1/3 y plus 1. Okay, now last one. Last section. Use the information provided to write the standard form equation. Let's look at number 12. Endpoints of a diameter, 9, 14, and 7, 6. What's the only figure that has a diameter? Circle. So this has got to be a circle. That's your diameter. The center is located at the diameter is what? Midpoint. So I'm going to add and divide by 2. What's 7 plus 9? 16. Half of that. 8. 14 plus 6 is 20. Half of that. 10. Then to get the length of the radius, we simply use either distance formula or Pythagorean theorem. How far is it from 7 to 8? 1. How far is it from 6 up to 10? 4. X minus 8 squared plus y minus 10 squared equals 1 squared is 1, 4 squared is 16, 16 plus 1 is 17. When I square the square root, they cancel out, giving me 17. Seem good? The one next to it only has what? One focus. Parabola. So when we have one focus, it's got to be a parabola. All right? It's okay? Absolutely. So this is my radius. You okay with that? I'm just going to use Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to look at my x's. I'm going from 7 to 8, which is 1, and from 6 up to 10, which is 4. So I'm going to do 1 squared plus 4 squared, square root. 1 squared is 1, 4 squared is 16, 16 plus 1 is 17. And then when I plug it in, what happens to the square root when I square it? They cancel out. Good? That's all right. It's been a while. It's fine. All right. So, I got a vertex there and a focus there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly plot my vertex at negative 6, 9. I'm going to estimate what 35 over 4 is, which is 8 3/4, which means my focus is down here. That makes sense visually. So that means my parabola opens down. Good? All right. So, since it opens down, the x part is squared. What's the opposite of negative 6? Plus 6. So x plus